Good day, Saints. It's lovely to be with you on this fabulous June day, and I pray that you are well. And so if you're anything like me, or if your news feed is anything like mine, you might find yourself pulled to and fro. You might find yourself really drawn at one moment to celebration, at another moment to frustration, and in another moment deeply resolved that we have a lot of work to do. This past Sunday I talked a lot about my sadness and my frustration about the ruling that negatively impacted so many of our trans siblings and trans members of our communities. And yet, in my news feed as well, during this past week, we've heard about good news for many within the LGBTQ community around their rights. There continue to be changes and shifts along those lines, along other lines, and so once again, we have this opportunity or this experience of being drawn to and fro and to and fro. And so in the midst of all of that, what might ground us? Where might we find a home? Well, as you all know, I'm a huge fan of finding a home in our lectionary and in our daily office and in our daily prayer. And our lectionary brings us a really interesting saint that I just learned about that I'd like to tell you all about. His name is Bernard Mizeki, and he's from what is now Mozambique, and he had a long and successful ministry and mission in what is now South Africa and also what is now Zimbabwe. Amongst his accomplishments, he translated the Bible into tons of local African languages. He spoke many languages himself, and as a layperson started a really successful mission and ministries and did a lot to spread the gospel everywhere he went. He was so about spreading the gospel that it actually cost him his life. And so I hope that you'll learn a little bit about Bernard Mizeki. And yet it goes beyond Bernard Mizeki, and it goes even beyond our lectionary. Tomorrow is a holiday, a celebration, a commemoration that is known as Juneteenth. And it's a day when we celebrate liberation from slavery in this country, emancipation from slavery in this country. It started in the 30s, and it chooses the date at which that was recognized in Texas, and it started to grow in the South in the 30s, and it is now throughout our entire country. And so if you are one of those people who is wondering, well, what is Juneteenth, or why haven't I heard of Juneteenth, know that you are not alone. So while I am clearly a black man, I like to dub myself the blackest man in America, but truth be told, I actually hadn't heard of Juneteenth until fairly recently. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate the fact that we have been liberated, at least to a degree. It's an opportunity for us, in the midst of all of our struggles, to celebrate our resilience, our strength, our power, our art. And so many times, Juneteenth celebrations are outdoors, and they're festivals and everything. So we're not doing that now. But nonetheless, I've had a chance to participate in a Juneteenth celebration called Arts for Liberation. And I'll include a link below, and I hope that you will join us for that or do something to celebrate Juneteenth. There is one really popular piece of celebrating Juneteenth that involves eating and drinking things that are red. So have some watermelon tomorrow, make some sorrel or some agua de Jamaica, do something to commemorate Juneteenth. Just Google it, check out Wikipedia, and do something to mark it. And also reach out to a black person in your life, in your community, and wish them a happy Juneteenth. If they are like who I was a couple years ago and they say, what is that? Then perhaps you can go on Wikipedia together. This is all to say that there's a lot not to celebrate right now, so let's embrace what we can celebrate. I hope that you'll learn a little bit about Bernard Mizeki. I hope that you'll continue your daily prayer, and tomorrow I wish you a great Juneteenth. Goodbye.